We have a lot of talks about specific coaching. We talk about mentors, we talk about one-to-one coaches, we talk about group coaching, and how important it is to have a coach that isn't attached to your own club. Now, a lot of the times we forget this, don't we? We forget that having a coach attached to your own club can create a load of biases. Now, a lot of the times coaches tend to be quite scared as to what the hierarchy say about this particular player. So let's just say a lot of coaches, and I've seen so many, in particular in Cat 1 academies, where they'll have an opinion about a player, and all of a sudden, if the top gaffer likes this particular player, they almost start saying, oh yeah, this player is really good. Behind his back, obviously they're saying something else, but however, they just go along with it. And a lot of the times, this kind of like clouds your judgment as to what good looks like. And a lot of the times, once you've got all this bias, one says amazing, one says he's not good enough, another one says they like them because whatever, or like her because whatever. All of a sudden, you've got a real confusion as to what good looks like. So it's so important to have someone outside the club that's got no bias around the club, around what other people think. So it's basically all about what it is versus what others think it is. Now, the other thing that is really, really important is to focus just on you. So having a coach, a mentor that really just focus on you and entirely just looks at developing you as a player in all aspects of technical, tactical, physical, and psychological. And it's an incredible force there, because you then start getting really close to development because there's no bias around, okay? None of the politics are involved in that, obviously, as you know. Obviously, being outside the club, all of a sudden, you're not listening to all the crap that goes on and on and on. Parents about certain players, players about some parents, staff about parents, parents about staff, and all sorts that goes on that. And it's an organically, totally focused on your development. So there's a complete straight line in terms of what does that look like. So when I work with players, for instance, I'm not biased as to what club they play for. I'm not biased what position they play for. I'm not biased. I'm not influenced by what other coaches say about you as a player or as a parent. My real big focus is to basically really enhance your potential. So my goal, my job is to enhance your potential. So if that looks like on a technical, tactical, physical, psychological, it is my job to enhance. And obviously all the other stuff that we talk about, which is the IQs and everything else on top of that, that's what my job is.